I'm Captain Jason Morgan, Tulsa Fire Department, Engine 20C Platoon. I mean, we've basically got three positions on a truck. We've got a captain, we've got a lieutenant, we've got a firefighter.
So I'm just checking the batteries, making sure we're full for the day, so we don't obviously run out of battery in the radios. They're important.
Garrett Richardson, firefighter Richardson, he is a probationary firefighter right now. Tulsa Fire Department, when you start out, everybody, regardless of previous experience, goes through a fire academy that's 5 months long. Really, I mean, you're street ready at that point.
So it's kind of a little trial to get here, but 100% worth it. I enjoy every day I'm here. It takes a toll, but you gotta make some sacrifices to do anything that's worth doing.
I used to hate heights and roller coasters, but you can't really be scared of it now. Are we climbing it? It doesn't look that high.
Looks pretty high. 3 points of contact at all time, Garrett. Yes, sir.
I mean, it's the greatest job I've ever had, and all I heard before I got on was, dude, Tulsa Fire Department, it's the best. You'll love it. Everyone loves it. It's the best job you'll ever have.
No, they're
I don't need the parsley.
Stuff you like and you don't like guacamole.
guacamole and mushrooms. That's pretty much it.
Let's drop it.
Yeah, just dive out of the seat somewhere.
No problem. Street, apartments 2512, 2512. Assisting a 74-year-old male, you have a flag, bed bug location.
Don't touch anything when you go in here.
Bed bugs?
Yep.
It was just a elderly, severely overweight gentleman, and he had fallen off of his bed into the floor. We basically just, what we use is called a mega mover. It's a big blanket basically with handles all the way down the side. We rolled him to his side, shoved that under him, picked him up on the blanket, set him on his bed, good to go.
Something about some guy was laid out on the table. So yeah, I hope he's alright. You know? Yeah, no, like we literally just put up and we was finna go in and saw him right there, but then saw the fire truck coming at the same time. So the dude who was leaving, I think, saw it, and he said that they were coming here.
So there's obviously fire trucks, there's the engine, and there's ladder companies. This is a ladder, the other one is an engine. You get some stations, you only have the engine. We're a dual company station, so we have both. Another big difference is our engine is ALS. Not every engine is.
Yeah.
That means advanced life support. This is a BLS ladder, meaning basic life support. So yeah, we're all EMTs.
I thought you had come out of this.
So on that last call we just went on, mid-20s, young male, he had walked into Subway. They said he was fine, and he was going to get a drink, had a syncopal episode, which is like passing out, losing consciousness. He went ahead and fell, hit his head on the soda machine whenever he was there, and after that he fell down to his seat. They kind of kept him comfortable there till we got there. Really don't have an explanation of what happened, but doesn't seem like it was life-threatening at this point. Just don't have an explanation.
It's luck of the draw. That's part of the beauty of the job, is that you really don't know what to plan on. And you have to be flexible, and you have to not let it bother you, because that's also the beauty of the job. He's actually towards the tail end of his probation right now, and at this time we're training so that he not only performs the job of a firefighter, but he can actually drive and pump. He's doing a pretty good job. He had a few little slip-ups, but he's actually not even been through the class yet. We've been training ahead of the class.
A big piece of advice that I got, and I'm sure most people got it, but it was close your mouth and open your ears. And seems like an easy thing to do, but it's not always that easy. You got to make sure you're always sharp as a TAC. You know, you never know when they're going to need you. So just staying ready pretty much all the time.
I like your hair. Playing sports?
I play soccer. Well,
Kids in particular always seem to have a thing for firefighters. It's really actually fun to see the kids, their face light up. A lot of these kids, they might as well be at Disney World. I mean, it's just such a joy to them. And even sometimes when we're on scene for things that aren't the most desirable situations, you see kids out there and they're looking at the truck, they're just really interested, they're watching us. And so when we wrap up an incident, when we have that, we like to make sure that they know that we are friendly, that they can approach us. Sometimes we give them some little safety things, or let them, spray the hose or something to give them something memorable. But most of us really enjoy it. Really enjoy the sometimes I think undeserved attention. These are fairly routine things. These are all part of everyday life. There's some calls that are actually pretty exciting, some calls that are pretty daunting, some that are just tough. This is the best job in the world. But there's been plenty of calls that keep me up at night. In all honesty, I think most of us have been to counseling for certain things that we've seen and done on the job. They'd be pretty bothersome. And that's part of it. We know what we're signing on for. Part of the curse, I guess, of having the desire to be in the middle of what's going on is that sometimes what's going on is pretty horrible.
I mean, there's tough stuff we deal with, but you gotta just look past it. Like you're here helping people.
About three of them. Nobody hurt bad. None of them are needed towed. None of them are totaled or anything.
Growing as yourself and the tough stuff that you deal with, you just gotta cope with it and get any help you need and just deal with it.
But that lady in the front, she wouldn't even turn her head. Her neck was hurting so bad.
You're one of two people in all of the Tulsa fire departments that has a medical exemption for diabetes.
Yeah.
And you've been denied this job before. So I guess what kept you going?
Partially my wife. She's a big reason. Because after I got let go, I was mad. I was pissed off. I spent all that time. I'd quit my job. I'd started here. I was mad for probably a month. Like, it seems like nothing good has happened from my diabetes. Like, it's just a nuisance. It's just annoying. Like, it's ruining anything and everything that I've wanted or tried to do. She's kind of brute and honest. Either shut up and get over it, or do what you need to do to try again. And I was like, well, what if I spend the next 6 months, 8 months doing what I think I need to do, and then they still say no? Then I just wasted all that time. And she's like, well, you're not gonna know unless you try. So, like, go for it, or shut up. It's kind of one of those things where if I didn't try, I would wonder for the rest of my life, could I have gotten back in? Could I have made it work? And I got my dream job.
So there's calls that we were there, we tried, we see what we can do. Sometimes there's not really a lot we can. But there's plenty of calls that we can show up on people's worst day.
I made it. See you later. See you later.
You get to do anything and everything you can in your power to make Tulsa better, to grow as a person, to help people around you grow, and to help the citizens of Tulsa.
Place 3566 South Toledo Place. Callers and elderly females need assistance but for alarm sounding.
Yeah.
No, it was she donated plasma a couple days ago and basically passed out, and blood sugar's low, everything else looks good, so she's being evaluated. We got her some sugar, some oral glucose. She's doing much better. I'm not really sure what she's going to do from here. But that's the way it goes. You never know what a day's going to bring.
I mean, I consider myself lucky to get to come to work at the Tulsa Fire Department and get to do something that makes me smile every day.
Most guys that come on the jobs, they want to be in the middle of the action, and they have the desire to, truly desire to help people. And so when we get to do that, yeah, it's a good day.